today will be yet again our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes. Intelligence more refined and better than ever. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, the last 24 hours have seen Iran fire the lowest number of missiles they've been capable of firing yet.
Okay, so did you watch Saturday Night Live this weekend?
Oh, I mean, give Colin Jost the Emmy right now. Dude, it was so on.
It is not far off. We were watching it, and Tim said, Don, this isn't funny. And I said, why? And he goes, because it is too real. All he had to do was repeat exactly what Pete Hegseth says in a press conference. And exactly. But I say give him the Emmy. But, he does it well. Emmy.
Look, yeah. What you've got there is a guy who it's all tactics, and it's basically like through the filter of his alcoholism and roid rage and whatever else is wrong with Pete Hegseth, because there's a lot wrong with this guy. He's out there trying to achieve this signaling of like, we're tough, we're macho, we're the big men, we're the strong ones, and we are. You know what? But this is like bragging about beating up a school kid now, right? This is a country that knows they can't win against us in the air, but we can't win against them on the ground. They know all they have to do now is play the waiting game, because we're going to get tired. We're going to get broke. We're going to run out of things to shoot at them. We're going to have to eventually rotate those carriers out of the Gulf. And Hegseth says this is the lowest they've been capable of firing. I would probably argue the Iranians now have the understanding that they're going to reduce the rate of fire against their Gulf neighbors and against our forces, because it will speed up us having to leave. And then when we do, they step right back into the gap. All these armchair experts in America who have never spent any time in the Gulf do not understand how narrow the strait is and how easily one speedboat driven by one idiot with a half a ton of explosives can whack an entire oil tanker and disrupt the entire world market. Iran has an asymmetric advantage here, and I think they're starting to figure out that patience is their friend. And we've also, like, the other thing I think is really telling, we've now got Khamenei's grandson coming in. How is this an improvement? How's this an improvement for America or the world? It's not. And Trump doesn't get that he didn't decapitate the regime. They are too widespread. There are too many of them. You knock out the top 40 jerks who are involved. Look, if Iran dropped a bomb in D.C. and killed 40 people involved in Project 2025, it wouldn't kill Project 2025. It's still going to be around. So the bad guys are still going to be around. And Trump's like off again, on again. The war is over. No, it's not. War is over. It's the biggest day yet. War is over. We're going to hit them harder tomorrow. All that stuff was to try to make the markets feel better yesterday. And it worked for 5 minutes, but it's not, you can't bullshit that lie too many times. That's not going to work over time.
Rick Wilson, nothing weird, because I know you just got married, and so am I. I love you. Because you were thinking the same. you have been thinking the same thing that I've been thinking. That you are saying the same thing that I've been saying. That is, you said it was a grandson, right? Is it a grandson of the Ayatollah Khamenei, and then the son of Ali Khamenei, right?
Right.
And then this Khamenei, is it Muqtada?
Muqtada. Yeah.
Muqtada. He lost his dad. He lost his wife.
And his child.
How
y'all think that's going to work out?
Exactly. And then Donald Trump yesterday saying, well, we don't know who's going to be in charge. It's like, wait a minute. The last I heard was that the council had voted to put in Khamenei's son.
Yeah.
And so what on earth are you talking about? Did he go in here thinking, or go in Iran thinking it was going to be like Venezuela? He would like pull someone out and then
he did, and it's also the fault of the idiot twins Kushner and Witkoff, because they clearly walked out of that meeting with the UAE diplomats and said to Trump, no problem, we got this. If you kill off the bad guys, we'll be able to make a deal with somebody. And they never had a deal. They never had a plan. There is no strategy here, and there's no plan here. And as much as a historian, I hate to quote Sun Tzu, because mostly only idiots quote Sun Tzu. He has a great line that says, strategy without tactics is the slowest way to lose a war, but tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. And this is the noise before defeat. We are not winning this war right now in terms of being able to say we've restructured Iran into something that's not dangerous to America. We're making it more dangerous. We're making them more inclined to use the low intensity tactics of terror,
Right.
car bombs, of suicide bombers, of assassination, because in a country of 90 million people, they're going to be able to find 1,000 guys who would be willing to go to America and walk into a shopping mall and set off a bomb vest. And we can't stop that anymore because Kash Patel fired all the people on the Iran desk in the FBI because he didn't like them. So it's great news. It's going great.
But Rick, you say exactly what people are. So you tell the truth, and I've noticed since this war started, what the American people are concerned about, from my man on the streets to people coming up to me wherever I'm traveling, airports or whatever, is it going to come here? Is it going to come here? Is it going to come here? And I think that's and is it going to come here in different ways? Meaning the price of things, it'll come here, right. Gas prices, obviously, but also what you said. I got to tell you, my husband said, "I'm worried about New York. I'm steering clear of Times Square." You know what I'm saying?
I would. And here's the problem. And of course, nobody wants this to happen.
God forbid, nobody wants that to happen.
A horrifying idea. But if you don't consider what the other side can do, you're not really fighting a war with an enemy. You're fighting a war with your imagination. So the other side can make decisions. They get a vote in this, unfortunately. And if they decide that the maximum way to hurt Trump is not to try to suicide bomb an aircraft carrier, which would probably not work, but to suicide bomb a shopping mall or a restaurant, that might work. And that would at this point, what are the additional consequences for Iran? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Be more angry with, or we're going to hit them harder? We're going to kill more school children? This is not
a Oasis.
Yeah.
Go on. What are you saying?
This is not a smart war. This is a tactical exercise that is not working out the way we think it's going to work out, sadly.
Yeah. Pete in the comments said something. It was the last comment that said it's better to be prepared, right, than to not talk about it. And so I hate to even say that, but that's a real possibility. And we have gone through that before. We've gone through. Yeah.
Look, we learned that asymmetric warfare by small groups of bad people can kill 3,000 Americans on 9/11. You know, that whole operation cost the bad guys about $500,000 to pull off, and 27 people were involved. And if people don't think Iran can put that together with the IGRC or the Quds Force, they are mistaken. We have opened a bad door. If we wanted to change the regime in Iran, I would have been all for it. You know how you do it? You introduce a competitive vision of a good country. You show the Iranian people you can stand up to oppression and authoritarianism. You help them with communications and messaging and you help them broadcast into Iran messages about freedom and liberty and all that. And you let them take care of it from the bottom up. This country is it's a young country, man. The average age in Iran is like 22 years old. They were ready to throw off these mullahs. They were ready to be rid of them. But now I think the mullahs are like, the Americans are going to kill us all. You better be with us. We're going to protect you.
Well, look, here's the most recent example that I can give you is that Russia thought the same thing about Ukraine.
Sure
did.
They
could just go in there and it would be over in a couple of days. And then Ukraine was like, nope. Oh, we know our territory and our land and our ground
that
a
is
lot
correct.
more than you do. And we have been preparing for this for a long time. You know,
I don't know if anybody's heard around here, but we're not so great at long wars in the desert.
yeah, true that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a show. We're live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time with new clips dropping at 2 p. and 8 p. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, join the Lemon community. Members get exclusive posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and live chats just for you. So hit the join button or visit our channel page to sign up. Thanks again for all your love and your support, and I'll see you next time.